Hello there and good day. My name is Razieman with Bacho of LG2431B. Today I will be presenting an oral presentation for an assessment for EPE447 and I will be covering the topic of collocations. Now, what exactly are collocations? A collocation is two or more words that often go together. These combinations just sound right to native English speakers who use them all the time. On the other hand, other communications may be unnatural and just sound wrong. To put it in a simple way, a word communication that simply sounds right. That is what collocations are. For example, have you ever go to a restaurant and hear someone order something like, "Excuse me, waiter, may I order a coconut liquid?" Of course not. That just sounds wrong. People will always say coconut juice, apple juice. Never like coconut liquid, apple liquid, because that is the wrong collocation, a wrong combination of words that sound natural, even if it is technically correct. Now, why are collocations important? Well, by learning collocations, your language will be more natural and more easily understood. Let's be honest something. Learning language is fun, but it also can be rather difficult, especially trying to understand to each word. By learning collocations, our language can be more idiomatic to the level of native speakers. Next, you will have alternative and richer ways of expressing yourself, for especially during writing narrative stories. For example, you can say something like "go to sleep," but you can also make it in more detailed words, such as falling asleep on the bed. Therefore, your language can be more detailed. So, next, it is easier for our brains to remember and use language in chunks or blocks rather than a single word. Now, let us see examples of collocations and which sounds better. We usually say fast food instead of quick food. Well, both are technically correct. Fast food refers to food that can eaten quickly, something like an appetizer. It doesn't mean it literally moves fast. What kind of food moves like that? Therefore, quick food is incorrect. Next, people will usually say junk food instead of trash food. While junk and trash technically means correct, junk food usually refers to food that is not healthy, it's not healthy for the body, but still edible. Trash food, well, basically just means it's trash. It cannot be eaten, not edible. Therefore, junk food is correct. As for this one, sleep well versus sleep good. While there aren't exactly anything wrong with them, sleep well sounds better. Why? Well, collocation is something, well, an abstract. It cannot be exactly pinpointed. In the end, it depends which one sounds better. And then there's heavy rain versus thick rain. In here, heavy rain means rain that's that's raining non-stop. It doesn't mean it's literally heavy. While here, thick rain, while it expresses the same thing, it sounds wrong, similar to sleep well and sleep good. So in the end, heavy rain is more correct. Okay, there are seven types of collocations. The first one is adverb plus adjectives. For example, completely satisfied, not downright satisfied. The second one is adjective plus nouns. For example, excruciating pain. The adjective excruciating is usually accompanied by something that is sounds horrible, such as pain. Any excruciating joy is very, well, wrong. That's the third one is noun plus noun. For example, a rush of adrenaline, but not anger. Now this is an interesting case because collocation isn't limited for words that three next to each other. As long as it is exists in the same environment, for example, in the same sentence, it is still considered collocation. For example, rush and adrenaline. Uh, the fourth one is noun plus verbs. For example, a cat purrs in, in- instead of barks. Well, obviously, because a cat purrs, not barks. That is dogs. Come on, man. Uh, the fifth one is verb plus noun. For example, the roaring of waves instead of the yelling of waves. Because yelling is for something that, well, has a voice of its own. Roaring here is more of a metaphor. Like it's a waves that actually roar. The sixth one is verb plus expression with preposition. For example, burst into tears instead of blow up into tears. Because, well, by using blow up, it means like the tears like exploded like a balloon, like a pop. This doesn't sound right. And finally, the seventh one is verb plus adverbs. For example, wave frantically versus wave feverishly. Uh, it while it is another abstract example. While both are technically correct, frantically sounds way better. Here are some examples from the quotes of famous people. Well, the first one is by Mr. Will Smith. Being realistic is the most commonly traveled road to mediocrity. Here he means that being realistic, while not something bad, it means you are not able to achieve big things. Therefore, you should try to be more dream bigger. Next example is by Sir Albert Einstein, a world-famous physicist. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Here he emphasizes that in the end, no matter how smart you are, you should always try to trust your gut, your base instincts. That- Well, that is all. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. Thank you for listening.